You know it's coming. There's simply no stopping it. A massive new flood of Wi-Fi devices is headed straight for your wireless network. Gone are the days of sporadic, casual wireless use, when a few hundred users in a lecture hall or conference room had a few dozen laptops between them. Today, everyone there could easily have 2, 3, 4 devices each, together carrying thousands of smartphones, tablets, and netbooks, all in constant need of business essential information, and all expecting a steadfast connection in every square inch of your enterprise. But it's not just what users bring in. Everything from office equipment to air conditioners will soon be making wireless machine-to-machine communications, sucking up shared resources, overwhelming your network, grinding it to a halt. And while there's some comfort in the old way, there's also a lingering anxiety. A voice in your head that says facing this onslaught is like bailing out the ocean with a 5-gallon bucket. It's time to listen to that voice. Because no matter how hard they try, traditional Wi-Fi network vendors simply can't prepare you. By letting devices choose how and where to connect, they can't effectively manage the dynamic nature of radio frequency. And when the flood of Wi-Fi hungry devices and applications hits, their flaws will be too big to ignore. It's time for a new way forward. A way in which physical networks become virtual environments, wireless operation becomes simple and reliable, and the transfer of critical intelligence over the air becomes as constant and unnoticed as the air itself. That's the Maru difference. Imagine your office was like the sky outside, and each Wi-Fi device was an airplane. Years ago, you'd only see a few planes, and they could easily manage takeoffs, landings, and flight paths on their own. Now imagine that sky full of today's commercial airliners, business jets, and prop planes, all flying at different speeds and all choosing when and where to land on their own, without any help from the ground. That's exactly how traditional Wi-Fi networks are designed. When devices come into the network, they choose how and where to connect, no matter what speed they're running at. Each device chooses differently, with no regard for others. And as they move through the network, they decide when to break a connection and make another. Chaos. For nearly a decade, Maru has been offering thousands of customers around the world a better way, engineering wireless networks built for mobility from day one by putting networks in control, not devices. Maru creates the only wireless environment that allows your network to manage the transmissions devices send and receive. It's a breakthrough we call air traffic control. This system-wide awareness of device transmissions has important security implications. Since a Maru wireless environment coordinates activities across all access points and controllers, and knows what all devices are doing in the entire area, it can recognize and alert you to bad actors before they do damage. Maru also offers a new way to allow each device access based on how much time it takes to communicate. Picture a 3-lane highway where the slowest vehicles block the fastest ones. This is how traditional Wi-Fi networks operate. By not recognizing the differences in devices, they give equal priority to all transmissions, blocking fair access and congesting the network with traffic and delays. Maru's time-based approach ensures true airtime fairness. On this new highway, all vehicles travel at their maximum speeds, even those carrying the most cargo, because each type of vehicle has its own lane. Everyone gets on. The slowest devices don't get in the way, and bandwidth-hungry applications like video perform at their peak. By unlocking the full potential of 802.11n standards, the Maru wireless environment delivers benefits that multiply quickly. Unlike traditional Wi-Fi networks, where devices see dozens or even hundreds of access points all operating on different channels, clients now see only one virtualized point of access for the entire network, a virtual cell. This virtualization allows devices to continue to think they're in control, while allowing the network to manage connections with the optimal access points. The result is a single, seamless layer of coverage that eliminates the boundaries created by a hub-like patchwork of access points. Users and their devices move freely, without disruptive handoffs, because every access point shares a single channel and all appear as one. Traditional Wi-Fi networks transmit pools of wireless resources, and each device competes for its share, often breaking other devices' attempts to communicate. In a Maru virtual cell, each device is given its own private link, a virtual port that it carries throughout the environment. Dedicated links combine the reliability and quality of service of a wired network with the flexibility of wireless. And with every device enjoying its own link, Maru software can identify the specific needs of each and intelligently distribute the pool of wireless resources. Maru's technology innovations come together to create a virtualized wireless LAN. Virtualization creates reliable performance. It improves security because the same access points that served clients can simultaneously scan for network attacks. And it makes the wireless environment much more visible to administrators, making it easier to monitor, manage, and deploy. Because traditional Wi-Fi networks must install neighboring access points on different channel frequencies, the location and power level of each access point must be carefully and constantly adjusted so there are neither gaps that create dead zones nor overlaps that create co-channel interference. Patching together islands of microcells to give the illusion of continuous coverage becomes an intractable problem, and managing this puzzle becomes more hopeless as it grows. Since the Maru virtualized wireless LAN coordinates access points to provide seamless coverage within a single channel, co-channel interference and expensive channel planning are eliminated. And if coverage needs to expand, access points are simply added on, like plugging in a lamp to get more light. The Maru approach also allows all access points to operate at full power, so up to 30% fewer are needed. And that means fewer power switches, costly cable drops, hardware needs, and time spent managing infrastructure. Plus, Maru's Service Assurance Application Suite delivers management, diagnostic, and security tools that give IT managers the power to get the most out of the Maru wireless environment, including the ability to predict future network issues before they happen and quickly review past incidents right down to the device that caused them. Maru's single-channel coverage doesn't mean only one channel can be used. Maru allows virtual cells using different channels to coexist in the same space. We call this channel layering. Like stacked Ethernet switches in a wired network closet, each new channel layer adds as much capacity as the first, providing the best RF capacity in the industry. Channels can also be added to provide fail-safe coverage or to isolate certain device types or applications. Plus, unlike traditional Wi-Fi networks, Maru makes every channel available throughout the entire environment. These advances in Maru's virtualization technology come to life in products that are constantly changing the perception of what a wireless environment can deliver. And at the core of it all is System Director 5. As our most advanced operating system, System Director 5 runs on all controllers and access points to implement every Maru breakthrough. Working in concert with this innovative operating system are the AP400 series access points, featuring Maru's first triple radio 3-stream 802.11n design. The addition of a third onboard radio and the ability to add a fourth via USB means the AP400 series easily handles the toughest wireless workloads. Together, these added radios boost the benefits of channel layering, more than doubling the capacity of any enterprise solution available today. And new to the Maru portfolio are the MC3200 and MC4200 controllers. With the ability to handle more access points than ever and provide real-time coordination of all access points in the virtual cell, businesses can meet the needs of an ever-growing number of users. On their own, these discoveries and the products they empower would be remarkable. Together, they form the foundation upon which the all-wireless era will be built, a stable, adaptable ecosystem that enterprises can rely on when the flood of Wi-Fi devices hits, and a competitive advantage gained by harnessing the full benefits of business-essential applications. This is the Maru difference, fundamentally changing the fabric of the wireless environment and unleashing the power of mobility.